I want to talk about, or I have a question for each and every one of you, and think about this for a little bit. When you look back at all your successes in life, did you do it alone? Or have you received help? Well, my answer to that question is no, I did not do it alone. And yes, I did receive help. This is why I want to present to you that no one succeeds alone. And I'm going to present to you 3 reasons why I believe no one succeeds alone. Tonight, I'm going to talk about mentors. I'm also going to talk about the mindset. And lastly, I'm going to talk about all of you, which are the Toastmasters and our honored guest, Jerry. You see, when I think about mentors, I think about this young man called Edward. Now, Edward and I are both real estate agents. In case of some of you didn't know, I am also known as the real estate tailor. That's my tag name. Well, Edward has just entered the real estate business fairly recently. And here's his story. 5 years ago, Edward was sleeping in his car in LA. He had no job, nowhere to take a bath. He was wearing the same clothes over and over and over again. Then he got a job at Starbucks and things started to change for him. Edward met a friend, he moved in with this friend, and he was no longer homeless. Then Edward and his friend decided to move to Palm Springs, and he got into real estate. And I kept noticing he was very successful. All of a sudden, everything was lining up. The stars were lining up. He was selling a lot of properties, a lot of expensive properties. As a matter of fact, he sold a $6 million property to one of his customers in LA in Starbucks, and he stayed in contact with him. So needless to say, Edward was a very successful person. Me, having so much more experience than Edward, I swallowed my pride and I said, Edward, how are you doing this? How are you become so successful in such a short period of time? And he went through all these mechanics and he said to me, I'm doing this. I said, I'm already doing that. I'm doing this. I'm already doing that. I'm doing this. Gee, I can teach the class. Yes, I'm doing that. But then Edward said the one thing to me that clicked. And he said, Wayne, the biggest deal changer for me was my mindset. He said, when I was homeless in Los Angeles, I kept imagining myself being successful in life. I kept seeing myself selling homes. I kept seeing myself living in this beautiful house in Palm Springs. And then he said, it started to happen. And then it dawned on me, wow. So I had an unhealthy mindset. And it was Edward who helped me to get back on track and work on my mindset. So I'm going to transition to the next point I want to make. Mindset is everything. There was one person that I was working with, and he was my team leader. And he was listening to my conversations with people, and he goes, Wayne, you have a scarcity mindset. There is enough business to go around for everyone, but yet you don't see yourself as being successful. And I said, you're right. He goes, you have all the tools, you're a hard worker, and you know how to do these things, but you don't see yourself as that. And he sort of echoed what Edward has already said to me. So I worked on my mindset and things started happening. Instead of saying I can't do something, I kept saying I want to do something. I wanted to learn about how to use Facebook and Instagram. Someone was helping me with that. I wanted to become a stronger negotiator. Someone helped me with that. My point is, people, there were people around me who was helping me. Therefore, I didn't have to do it alone. Lastly, I want to talk about Toastmasters. I want to talk about all of you, because here's my story. When I first arrived at Toastmasters, I didn't stay. I ran out of there scared because someone wanted me to do table topics. And I said, oh, the hell with this. I'm out of here. I got out of there. 2 years later, I came back. Michelle was the president. She asked me to do Toastmasters again, and she helped me with it. So I stood up there and I did the whole, the impromptu speaking. I didn't do well, but I came back and I did it again, and I've done it again. And I've done my icebreaker. I didn't do too well. I received feedback from all of you, my ums and my ahs and the time and all those different things, and I got better. And today, I can stand up and give a presentation. What am I saying? I didn't do it alone. I got help from each and every one of you, and I got support. So here's the last thing I want to say. Whatever you hear someone said, no one helped me, I did it. I pulled up my bootstraps and I did it on my own. No, they did not. Because there was a teacher, there was a nurse, and there were other people in that person's life who helped them to get to where they are today. So what I say to you is, thank you, Toastmasters. Thank you, Edward. Thank you, team leader, for helping me to reach the success that I have reached today. And again, no one does it alone. Thank you very much, everyone.